Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. I am going to do a winter solstice reading, and I'm going to use the Ethereal Visions deck that I normally use. I think I'm going to keep this a short reading, 3 or 4 card spread here. Just a past, present, future, and an outcome so we can connect with some current energies. So, winter solstice eve, new moon in a couple days, Christmas and then New Year's. Lots of, gathering type, a lot of energy being exchanged. So if you are feeling a little bit tired, that might be normal because you might be doing a little extra. So, Spirit, what do we have for this collective, please? On the solstice. What's going on with the solstice for the collective, please, Spirit? I just heard who's stopping by. So maybe this will be at your holiday party, right? Who's stopping by, right? Oop, there we go. 4 of Swords. What was I just talking about? Getting a little bit extra rest. So yeah, if you've been feeling a little run down, maybe some of you have like the rest of the year off, some extra time to not do a darn thing, you know what I'm saying? Turn on the tube, veg for a couple hours. Like, when's the last time you did that, okay? Like, that's actually normal. Spirit, what else do we have for this collective? I actually just ran across a really fascinating 3 of Cups, holidays, celebrations. And yeah, if you're not getting your rest, then how are you gonna, hit your Christmas party, your New Year's Eve party, right? Like, so that's the thing too, going from event to event, place to place, still working, gift shopping, impending snowstorms and all those things on the news that are happening. All those things drain our energy, right? So we got to remember, in order to stay in shape so that we can meet up with our friends, and this is important too because, this nourishes our souls. This is, things that don't happen all the time, right? So that's why we give more cause to celebrate the occasion, okay? That's why it's a celebration. So don't miss out. And I feel like for some of you, this could even be kind of like a networking time. So part of this soul nourishment, this could be just, making new connections. And networking doesn't have to just, like the collegiate, networking for the purpose of like finding a job or something. But, networking, can include, meeting new friends, people that have the same hobbies as you or interests, things like that. And then, as you get to know them, then you may be able to expand your network in ways that are going to be beneficial to you both. So, Spirit, what else? And yes, I'm getting, it's interesting. Okay. So I'm trying to interpret the download here as I'm shuffling. So I know what to tell you guys. It's just this wisp of air here just suddenly struck me, and it's almost like I felt it, So that's kind of one of these things. I feel like if you're going to one of these parties or something, you could just kind of like turn around and like bump into somebody, and then it's just like, whoa. So, and this can be to honoring the memories of people, to knowing that their spirit is with us as we honor, traditions that we had with those people too. Yeah. And as we close out the end of the year, a new chapter, right? Then we're able to think about, wow, that was kind of, neat. We were able to get together, right? Because when's the last time that happened? So Spirit, what's coming up for the collective? So again, yes, get your rest, but please do not isolate yourself. Oh, the Empress. Mother energy. Love, Venus, Libra. What is shaking? Wow. That's fascinating. And right on the heels of the Three of Cups as well, and she's number 3. Venus. You may want to check your Venus placement in your chart. So for some of you, maybe you're going to be meeting an Empress at one of these outings. Or this might be you just kind of showing up and just looking amazing. And it's just kind of like, whoa, who's that person? You know what I mean? So that like, as you're getting out there, that people are going to be, likely drawn to you. Okay. And who wouldn't, right? And the good news is that you're going to be, people are going to be seeing your worth, right? So you're going to be dealing with some good things ahead here from Spirit. All right, what else for this collective, please, and the outcome? Whoa, 2 of Cups. What did I say, you guys? Like, talk about meeting somebody. This could really turn into something for somebody here. This I think it's like going to be this holiday season. This is nuts. All right. Let's do a quick clarity. Let's do a quick clarification now. Now the Ace of Swords pops out now. I'm going to be like, what? All right, Spirit. For this 4 of Swords, please. For the 4 of Swords. So, and like if you have like, think about the gift cards that you might have received last year from Christmas or something. Like, have you not used any up? Like, get those things scheduled before they run out, right? Temperance, patience. Okay, so yeah, if you've had to take a little bit of time out, that might have required some patience from you. Especially if you're somebody who's more of the go. This is also Sagittarius, so happy birthday, Sagittarius. Slowly inching out of Sagittarius season. Fire signs, mutable signs. Being flexible. The Magician. This is kind of interesting. The Magician with the Temperance card. It's almost like somehow you're creating time for yourself that just wasn't there before. And it's through having patience with yourself that this has been possible. Okay? So that message is for those of you that are, ready for this kind of, social interaction here. Now, if you aren't yet, there's still time, right? So be patient with yourself, all right? And know that, you're the one that has control here with the magic wand, right? Like, that's why I, manifest wisely, okay? I recently changed the name here. As you're taking your time out, think about what you want. You know what I mean? Think about, okay, maybe normally you are a party person, but this year you're not. And then it's like, well, why not? You know what I mean? So think about like things that you actually want in your life. Take a minute to say, how do I want to appear out in this world? Okay? Okay. So there's a few different messages going on there. So again, take what resonates, leave what does not. Maybe you're like, yeah, I am getting my beauty rose because I am getting out there. You know what I mean? Like, there ain't nothing wrong with that. And you're like, and this magician, this makeup's going to do just the trick because I'm tired, right? Sometimes. So patience with yourself, part of showing up as the Empress is taking care of yourself, looking good, right? Treating yourself to things that might take a little time. It used to be called like a drive-through society, but now we're like in that instant message society. This is showing my age, but when AOL Instant Messenger came on the scene, I was, one of like those first kind of generation to use it. You know what I mean? And that was kind of a game changer. And then that became even more intense with like texting, like through the next kind of, I would say generation actually, but it's always changing and we're always adapting. But that doesn't change the fact that, we're living in a 3D reality, right? And that we as humans still need, if you're not at least getting 6 hours of rest, or, you know what I mean? Like, need to really think about that. I mean, optimal is probably like more like 7, 8, some people 9, kids like need 10. So the instantaneous nature of everything, and think about that too as you are going through the holidays, when you're just like, oh man, not another event. But think about it this way, it's going to be over in the blink of an eye, right? And then you're going to have a little bit of time to hold up, if you will, like in January. So hang tight, it's just a couple of weeks, folks. Okay. And remember, there's always a Festivus for the rest of us, so, pick the party of your choosing, right? Okay, so this 3 of Cups here, maybe you are going to be going to a party. Going to a party. Ooh, High Priestess. New moon coming up, too. Winter solstice. Oh, boy. So, shortest day of the year, knowledge is power, right? What else in this 3 of Cups here? I just am looking about how she's presenting herself. Like, she just has this very calm demeanor about her. Like, yeah, like maybe she's at the party, but that doesn't mean she has to be like swinging from the chandelier. Like, you know what I mean? Not everybody wants to be, the center of attention all the time. So, yeah, 2 of Pentacles. It's almost like you're pondering. So you might have some choices about where, that's the thing too, is you might have many options. And so then it's like, oh, well, and you don't have to tell everybody everything, right? Like, some of this knowledge you can keep to yourself. Just like, if you're in the Secret Santa, you don't have to tell them you're the Secret Santa until later, if that is even a reveal. I don't know. But, it's kind of cool to find out, right? So some of you could be participating in gift exchanges. I've actually received gifts like that before, and then I had no idea. Like, nobody ever kind of said anything, or I wasn't able to find the person to thank them, and it was just kind of strange. So it was just like, okay. But, hey, I really enjoyed the gift. You know what I mean? All right. The Empress here. Spirit for this collective. Strong Libra coming out. Oh, boy. And oh, my God. Shit. God damn it. Oh. If you could read my mind, all right? That's a Gordon Lightfoot song for you. So I was just envisioning on this other deck that I have that the Empress has 2 children. And then I pulled this card that is, it's the reunification card. It's the 6 of Cups. And it's literally 2 kids, right? And in my last read, when I pulled that, I was getting there's a couple reads ago, it's even in the title about twins, it was coming through. So this message is still really coming strong for somebody. I don't know who. There's a picture in one of my relatives' homes that has a image similar to this. This is why I was just like really taking my breath away. So anyway, but this is a pair of boys. Spirit, what else can we clarify with this Empress? Maybe you're getting with somebody who already has children, perhaps. Page of Pentacles. I mean, it's like it's on the table. It's definitely on the table. So, collective, is this going to be your partnership here with this Empress? Like, what's in this outcome? What's under this 2 of Cups? This is wild. What Johnny Carson used to say, weird, wild stuff. Again, showing my age. I'm actually old enough to have seen Johnny Carson live on television. A television that I had to change the channel with my bare hands. You know, there was a generation ago that was bragging about fighting a bear with their bare hands, and here I am bragging about changing the channel with my bare hands. I love it. Anyway, all right, Spirit Collective, thank you. Page of Swords. So you're going to get some communication, potentially from a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Spirit can clarify further. Could be this Libra. There's a lot of balance energy right now here in this reading. 9 of Cups. So for a lot of you, you're good. Like you don't need to be dependent upon anyone, but that's part of what makes you attractive, and that's why you may have a message coming towards you, kind of telling you that. You know what I mean? Like that. Hey, you looking good, girl, right? Scorpio. It's good to have some Scorpio in your chart. I'm gonna go ahead and pull. Oh boy, let's do another light worker. I haven't done another one of those as of late. I have to bring my space heater in. The space I'm in gets a little drafty. Oh my gosh, that's what I was thinking of earlier and I couldn't remember it. The Snuggies. It was like, it's like I'm regretting, sitting here and it's like, okay, I have on a sweater. Now I put on a scarf, right? So I'm feeling better. But I still drug out my space heater. But it's like, why didn't I ever buy one of those Snuggies way back when? Or did you, there's also another one called the Slanket. Yes, the Slanket. Oh, wow, those were the days, and that's like the late stuff, that's kind of like some of the last of the good TV infomercials. It's hard to find that kind of stuff now. I mean, there's stuff I find weird ads online. Wish.com comes to mind, right? Everyone thinks the Wish.com stuff's pretty funny. All right, Spirit, what's going on in terms of light work for this collective? What is the message? Please, Spirit, for this collective. Priestess. And who did we pull earlier? The High Priestess. So, maybe this has to do with the new moon, y'all. How are you being called to step up and lead? Right? She walks into a room and people are noticing. So how do you walk into the room? Okay? How are you being called to do that? So the High Priestess, being called to do something. How are you doing that? I just did a read recently that had talked a lot about, you know, kind of like, if you're in that mode of kind of, you know, spiritual awakening, finding your purpose, things like that. I can't remember which reading it is, but so this is just confirmation from Spirit here that if this is something that you're experiencing, if this is something that you're yearning to do, that yeah, like, okay, time to listen to that. And you might end up doing this through your rest. Okay, this might be more of a meditative thing, and then you're gonna start to realize that, wow, I can get in, you know, I can manifest my purpose here, you know, being patient with myself. And the next time, you know, I I go out on the town or whatever, I'm gonna be seen potentially a little differently. Okay. So, and that's when you get to that point, right? Like, not everybody's at the same point, but this is current energy here. So I feel like Spirit's really asking you to tap into it. Yeah. All right, Spirit, what else do we have here in terms of light work for this collective, please? Yes. Okay. Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. Okay. So you have guidance from Spirit, you have protection. You know, it might feel like things just magically happen, and sometimes that kind of is true, right? Because, you know, what is meant for you, you can't screw it up, right? And on the bottom of the deck here, it says sharing your voice. So again, you know, maybe that's what you're being called to step up and do, and it's to share your voice, to express yourself. And for a lot of you, you know, this Four of Swords may have felt like this, kind of like you're on the inside looking out, okay? But now it's time to go ahead and come out of that cave and see what can grow with the messages that Spirit has for you, okay? And this is going to bring you a lot of abundance, okay? All right, I am going to do a moonology as well, just because we do have this new moon in a couple days, but this is the solstice reading. Really no specific except for Sagittarius. So again, happy birthday, Sagittarius, if you are still celebrating. Please check out your chart. There's both Western and Vedic, i.e. sidereal systems. I recommend you look at both. Rising sign, I believe you need your birth time, okay? So usually sun sign and rising are very close, but not always. So it's just one of those things. You know, And you may resonate with the reading and you're like, but that's not my sun sign. Well, maybe you have it somewhere else in your chart. You know what I mean? You could also be dealing with a person that has that sign. Okay? It's just, you know, these are general messages here. So anyway, Spirit, for this collective, confidence is your key to success. Leo, more fire energy. Thank you, Spirit. And right during the new moon. So if you are unsure about how you are being called to step up and lead, just do so with confidence, is what Spirit is saying. So maybe that's something that you can manifest, ask for, set intentions for on this new moon. Asking the divine to be your helper. Spirit, it's time to release negativity. Okay, Scorpio, Scorpionic energy. This was on the bottom of the deck, if you remember. Yeah. Okay, Scorpio. Full moon. So perhaps by the full moon cycle, the next full moon, that this will be fully done. There was no blue moon in 2022. I did a blue moon reading specifically to release stuff that you haven't released yet in 2022. Sorry, 2022. You know, some people can do it like a cord cutting ritual. Some people, you know, they might write like a letter and then they burn it or something. You know, you can say a prayer and light a candle. You know, anything that's going to help you get out of a negative loop, mindset, things that frankly need to be left in 2022, and that's about it. Like, that's all I can say about it, right? Because at a certain point, it is just over and done. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So, I don't know why I heard aloe vera. Alrighty. Maybe that's with this 9 of Cups somehow for you guys. I don't know. So the thing here I am seeing now, though, with this 2 of Cups is that in order for, if you are dancing around some kind of romantic partnership, a twin flame union, a soulmate, so, you know, really the twin flame journey is a journey within. People think it's about finding an other. It's not. It's about meeting the other half of yourself, encountering your shadow self, perhaps. You see how this glass is a little bit darker than this one? So this is what I'm getting here. And then, so for those of you that have like gone through and done a lot of that work, or maybe it's time to start doing the work, okay, to release the negativity, okay, release the dark side so that you can come back into union. All right? But this is on the horizon. This is in the outcome. Now, you know, I don't know. Again, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius could be involved somehow. I don't know how. I really don't. But you know, also releasing negativity, I guess, kind of just around even the concept of being in a union. You know, some people be like, oh, I don't want to be tied up. I don't want to be, okay, then that's obviously not for you, okay? So, but if you're somebody who actually wants to be in a partnership, then it's time to release, you know, these negative things that it's like, you know what, that was a relationship that you had 5 years ago. Like, who cares, right? Like, you know what I mean? If you haven't learned the lessons from that by now, you know, then maybe you should be seeking a little bit of professional guidance. I mean, you know, or if you're still feeling stuck, you know, a lot of people like to live in this world of negativity, and it just it drains them instead of gains them where they need to be going. Okay, and where you need to be going is towards this Nine of Cups. You know, I got me. You know, I got friends too, and you know, maybe not many, but hey, one's enough some days, right? And really, the best friend you need is yourself. Okay. And if not, get a dog, right? Like, or a kitty cat, or you know, a little birdie. I don't know. Anyway, what were those Tamagotchis? Oh my god. Anyway, have a nice rest of your solstice. Rise in confidence, stay in confidence, and know that you're strong enough to move beyond things that have possibly cast this kind of shadow, which, you know, when you have the knowledge of the moon, when you have the knowledge of the shadows here, right? You're able to kind of do things, you know, from a different mindset here. You know, leaning on the guidance of, you know, your ancestors, your teachers, okay? And making a difference in a way I feel like that is likely going to surprise a lot of people, not only yourself, okay? Ooh, boy, oh boy. Well, I'm glad I hopped on here to do this read today. So, how are you being called to step up and lead? The Priestess, I think this is the main message today for this winter solstice reading. And as you were thinking about and asking Spirit, ask Spirit, say, how am I being called to step up and lead? Okay, and then listen and see what comes across, and then remember, manifest wisely. All right, see you next time.